Have you ruled out ever doing it again? Could we potentially see a Tulsi 2028 try?
I will never rule out any opportunity to serve my country.
Megyn Kelly's been trying to stay in the game ever since mainstream media kicked her to the curb. Now she's cozying up to MAGA more and more. But now she's telling Tulsi Gabbard she should run for president. David Pakman broke it all down in this show, and he didn't hold back for nothing. We're going to check out some clips from both Megyn and Pakman. But yeah, I got a few thoughts of my own, so let's get into it.
You almost have to admire the shamelessness that Megyn Kelly operates with. On her show, Megyn Kelly, who has spent the last many years rebranding from Fox News flamethrower to, I guess, like podcast contrarian, but still Trump supporter, Megyn Kelly seemed to be encouraging the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, to consider running for president again. And Tulsi did not say no, and this is absolutely terrifying. And when asked whether she might run in 2028 and become the first woman president, Tulsi said she would never rule out any way of maybe helping her country. Now, we're going to look at the clip in a moment. This is a woman who has spent the last several years appearing on far-right platforms, parroting Russian propaganda talking points about Ukraine and Syria and elsewhere, campaigning against LGBTQ rights, serving as a regular guest on Tucker Carlson's show before it was canceled, praising authoritarian leaders, smearing the Democratic Party as the enemy within, and cozying up to the disgusting orbit of Steve Bannon, a walking national security risk. And now we are seeing a coordinated effort to launder her image again. Take a look at this.
As I've listened to you over this hour, I've had one thought recur to me over and over and over, and it is first female president. That is what I like. I look at you and I see it. And I know they put you through the meat grinder the last time, but that was the other side. Now you've crossed over. And so I just wonder.
Thank you for not saying transition.
Right.
People use that word. It's like, okay, that's
no.
one of those words that's like for a certain thing.
It's no. But notwithstanding how rough that was when you ran for president the first time, have you ruled out ever doing it again? Could we potentially see a Tulsi 2028 try?
I will never rule out any opportunity to serve my country. I would not have, if we had talked a year ago, the thought would not have crossed my mind that I would be here and that we would be having this conversation. My decisions in my life have always been made around how can I best be of service to God? How can I best be of service to our country? And that is what has led me here. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I will continue to chase those opportunities where I can make the most positive impact and be of service.
There's a reason that the Republican Party loves Tulsi. She gives them a former Democrat that can point to, that they can point to, who says all the same things they do. She figured it out. She's a weaponized contrarian. She's a former soldier turned isolationist Trump supporter. And Megyn Kelly, playing her role as far-right kingmaker, really wants her to run. And the subtext is clear. This is someone who realized how terrible the Democratic Party is and has come over to see the light. And it's, of course, extraordinarily dangerous because Tulsi Gabbard, with a national campaign platform, would be an unrestrained propaganda machine. She has helped to legitimize narratives that undermine support for Ukraine and cast doubt on COVID science and spread disinformation during the 2020 campaign. And if we're honest with ourselves, this is also what happens when contrarianism is rewarded over accuracy. Tulsi's entire brand is taking the anti-position. She's anti-woke. She's anti-war. She's anti-Biden. She's anti-trans. It's not about solutions, which is common. It's about building a brand of personal grievance and, of course, loyalty, at this point, to Donald Trump.
Honestly, man, David Pakman is right on the money. If Tulsi ran for president right now, it wouldn't be about policy. It'd be more about owning the libs. But honestly, that's the whole game. But let's keep it real. Any policy coming from MAGA world ain't about helping regular folks. It's more about punishment. For example, just look at Trump. Everything he does now is about getting back at people, not lifting anybody up. What's wild too, a lot of folks have said America's first female president is probably going to be conservative. Something like a U.S. version of Margaret Thatcher. And yeah, Thatcher, she was brutal, but at least she had a brain. Most of the women MAGA's going to prop up, let's just say, they ain't exactly bringing substance to the table. Megyn Kelly's types won't ever push for someone like AOC. They'll back at Tulsi Gabbard, someone who plays the part, talks tough, but still walks the MAGA line.
I don't think she could win if she ran, but I do think she'd be given a megaphone by the cynics and the opportunists who would love to see her in there in 2028. And every minute she's on a debate stage is another minute that the far right's talking points get broadcast from yet another voice. So I don't see this as a serious presidential prospect. It is an intelligence community nightmare waiting to happen, and it is absolutely terrifying stuff. But the fact that Megyn Kelly is already starting to talk about it definitely should at least scare us that they may very well be serious about this. You know, we've talked about, is it going to be J.D. Vance? Is it going to be Don Jr., maybe running alongside J.D. Vance in 2028? There are some dangerous, pernicious ideas out there, and Tulsi Gabbard is certainly one of them.
All right, that's going to do it for this one. We broke it down, we saw through the noise, and we called it like it is. Whether it's Megyn Kelly's paying into MAGA or Tulsi Gabbard being floated as some kind of savior, none of it's about helping regular folks. So if you're rocking with the truth and tired of the spin, do me a solid, like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button. More real talks coming your way soon. Stay sharp, stay solid. I'll catch y'all on the next one.